Well, David, that's a fantastic result, and I think the right one as well in the end.
Yeah, I think just on the first half performance alone, it'd have been a travesty if we didn't win that game of football. I think we lost his way a little bit in the second half. How to beat their press, didn't quite get that right, but that's quite a good learning thing from our point of view. But on the first half, we should have been outside at half time. You know, the amount of chances we created. I can't remember, is it 43 touches we've had in their box or something? It just bonked to their 13 again. And they're not, you know, their 13 is probably all from long throws and the goal itself. Whereas ours are, you know, 40, 43, 46 touches, whatever it was, through playing in there. A bit like the winning goal, you know, Ev's cross, it's a terrific cross. And it's cross from inside the box. And Greeny gets in there again. So it was hard fought. You know, it was said before the game about Newport being a changed philosophy, if you like, and a changed order from what's normally. They've still got a long throw and they can still go direct, but they're trying to play a bit more and they were competitive. I thought they were really good, but we did deserve to win. There's no getting around that fact. So pleasing. Not pleasing for my heart, but it shows the grit and determination that the lads have got, that's reflected in the whole club at the minute. And you know, I hope those that were queuing for the Man United tickets aren't annoyed, and I hope that all those stayed in the ground before queuing for the Man United tickets are really pleased.
It's almost like that feel-good factor that's around the club at the minute. It was straight away, first minute.
Yeah, like I say, I think you can feel the atmosphere. You can, as a player, as a staff, when you've stood on the green stuff, you can feel whether it's, you know, going to be a decent atmosphere. And obviously, getting off to a goal after whatever it was, 56 seconds or whatever it was, it gives everyone a lift. And the first half performance was terrific, and everyone's enjoying themselves. But again, we've got to make sure that that's reflected on the scoreline. And that's an area for improvement for us. I thought they were dangerous in the. I bet they had under 40. I don't know how much possession they had, but I bet they had under 40. But they were dangerous with it. But at the same time, I thought certainly in the first half we controlled the game and deserved to be ahead. We didn't quite beat their press and their shape in the second half until we made some changes near the end with sort of 15 minutes to go. And a bit like the Harrogate game, the principles don't change, but personnel do, and other things, tactical tweaks that we throw in there. And when that happens, we're asking different questions, and different questions of tired bodies and tired minds. And two of the subs have combined to put it on a plate for Greeny to bundle it off his bum, or whatever it went in off. I don't know.
And with the goals as well, with the first one, Greeny, okay, it doesn't matter how they go in, but Greeny's got to be in those positions to force them home.
Yeah, look, there's certain things we work on. I'm not sure scoring off, you know, obscure body parts is something that we work on. I can't admit to that, but there's certain things that we do work on that isn't a fluke. Or not that I think it's a fluke. I don't think it's a fluke at all. You know, and Greeny getting in them positions. He scored one at Colchester last year. Literally laid on the floor. You know, Rosie did it at Bromley. You know, and I'm not saying they have to go in the box and lay on the floor, but they have to get in certain positions. And there's got to be contact. The defenders aren't just going to let you walk in there unless you're as quick as Cam Gardner like the other night. So, you know, that's things we work on, and that's the pleasing thing. The good thing was, like I said, the whole ground. There was no groans, no oohs and ahs. The lads still believed that team spirit, that grit, that belief, and I think that's the case throughout the club at the minute. You know, we're still unbeaten 4 games into the season. We've got more points after 3 league games than we had after 6 last year. So we're sort of off to an half decent start, but 3 games is nothing. Let's see where we are after 10, 15, and then, you know, we'll reassess then.
And there's plenty to work on still with taking chances. I mean, it's frightening, really. How if we take our chances, I think you said the other day, you know, one day we're going to give someone a thumping.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that, because I think the amount of touches we have in the box, the amount of chances we create, that will happen. You know, but if we keep winning by 1, I'll still be fairly happy.
And plenty of other positives today, apart from the goal scorers, individual performances around the pitch.
Yeah, I thought, we're in a good place. Like I say, Darius passed to Ev for the winning goal to put it on the plate for Greeny. I thought Reece Staunton, when he come on the pitch, was outstanding. And that's 3 of the subs. And you go, that's important. But there were lots of good performances. I thought the 2 centre halves had a tough afternoon against there too, but I thought they were really good, for example. Greeny's popped up with 2 goals. Well, that's not a bad return for a midfielder. So there's lots of good performances, again, with what we're trying to do. I thought Jamie was fine, first half especially. Didn't get the ball to him enough, definitely. And then they had to change something at half-time to counteract that. So we change again and try and get an advantage there again. So there was lots of positive things, but still plenty to work on. It's, like I say, it's still about progress. It's still about getting better every day. Can we get from being okay to being above average, to being good, to being better than good, to being great? And that's the thing that we're trying to do, and both individually and collectively as a team.
And I guess the message is enjoy it, but just don't get too carried away.
I don't think anyone's getting carried away. And yeah, they're not. They're just not. None of the players are. It's 3 games in. It's like, if you're getting carried away, then you'll be told not to.
But the fans can enjoy the moments like this, and it was dramatic scenes at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, listen, the fans can. I hope they have a great weekend. It makes my journey home much quicker. It makes watching the game back much more pleasant for 3 or 4 hours tomorrow. It makes doing the prep work for Walsall much more pleasant tomorrow afternoon. So, yeah, it ruins my weekend if we don't win. Much like I think it'll probably ruin the fans' weekend. So I hope they have a great weekend. The sun's out, but they can get carried away as much as they want, but we won't be.
Cheers, David. Thank you.